Hey, it's Brian with Rock Ridge Bees. It's July 8th. It's going to be a little cooler this week. Highs around 90. So I'm going to start my Apiguard treatment here in the next day or two. I may even start it this evening. But I had a couple of these singles open here. I've got a couple more singles over there. I had a couple of them open just to check the brood nest, make sure everything looks good. I will either try to sell these or maybe combine them together later. I don't really want to keep this many colonies. I kind of like to stay around 12-ish colonies going into the fall. But I had a couple of these singles open, and this time of year you can kind of tell that the bees are a little more prone to robbing and kind of flying around. Like there's not even any bees in this horizontal here, but just having the singles open for 15, 20, 25 minutes, somewhere around there, the bees are all kind of flying around, like looking for a place to get into. I set a few honey boxes out the other day and they just ate them up so fast. This is one reason why I run reducers all year. I think it's really a good practice. If you want to look at like how commercial beekeepers run colonies, they usually run them on pallets. Those pallets have small entrances. It does give the bees a small entrance to protect. So I've got either some sort of, reducer. I'm not running the full length reducer or the full length entrance on any of these 3/4 inch bottom boards here. I just do think reducers year round is a good practice. It mimics a smaller hole anyway where the bees are used to getting into, and it kind of mimics the way commercial beekeepers run pallets. Most of the pallets I've seen have small entrances, so, and I mean small, say 6 inches wide or something, but not the full. Like if I didn't have this feeder on here, this would be a 14.5 inch entrance. It's a pretty wide entrance on a 10 frame hive. So anyway, I like the entrance reducers. It gives the bees a smaller space to protect. I keep generally the same size colonies. One colony will, they could get robbed out, if they're smaller, but I try not to run into that because most of my colonies are the same size. Even these singles have a lot of bees. And they have good queens, which is one reason why I don't really want to combine them, because then I'll have to do something with another queen. I'd rather just sell a colony. I got a good honey harvest. I ended up getting about I pretty much stopped counting at 1,000 pounds, which was pretty good for my early July harvest and May combined. Yeah, so that's pretty good. And that's not even with all the boxes full. I'd say if it would have rained a few times in the middle of June, I think it didn't rain for like 25 days straight, from around the beginning of June to about the 25th or 26th of June. It didn't rain at all. And so it was really dry and hot. So I would bet if I got a little bit of rain in June, I would have made a little more. So I harvested a lot of like half full boxes. I've got the boxes stored inside. I haven't set them out yet for the bees to eat on. I may wait a little while for that because they can be kind of prone to robbing if you set those out in your yard. If I set them out, I usually try to set them out way over there, pretty much in my neighbor's yard. I usually set them way over there to try to keep them out of my yard. So I don't really want to set anything out here because the bees they'll just kind of swarm the yard and try to go everywhere they can to get food. So if they smell those right in the middle here, so I try to set them as far away as I can. For the rest of the year, I'm gonna run these double deeps, and that's pretty much it. I'll run the double deeps the rest of the year. I'll feed if I need to. I'll check the top boxes probably when I go in to do the Apiguard treatment. And there'll be another video on that. And you can also watch my video from last year on treating with Apiguard in the summertime. I'm not gonna put honey boxes back on in the fall. I generally never do that. I let the bees have what they can get in the fall. And then if I need to go back down to singles for the winter time, I will, but usually I don't. I try to run double deeps through the winter time, but if I have to run a single through the winter, I will. And I've never had a problem with that here. Anyway, again, this is how I do it. Let me know if you got any questions. I hope everybody had a good honey crop, and we'll talk to you later.